Well, howdy there, guys. Welcome back to Stewie MTG. And for today, we have Hearthhull, the Worldseed, a 4-mana, 6/7 legendary artifact spacecraft with station. When you get up to station 2, you can spend 1, tap it, sack a land, draw 2 cards. You can play an additional land this turn, or if you get it up to station 8 or more, flying, vigilance, and haste. And whenever you sacrifice a land, each opponent loses 2 life. So when I picked up this deck, I was playing around with it on Arena, and it was a sacrifice land deck. The goal was to get this up to station 8, and each time I've sacrificed land, dealing 2 damage. I've now played this, I don't know, about 4 times, and it just can never seem to get the momentum going. I do have a separate idea for a targeted land destruction, not mass land destruction deck that's sitting on the side with pretty much all the cards ready to go to replace this if I end up tearing this deck apart. So this may or may not stay. With that, let's take a look at our ramp and then card draw. We have it in the form of Soul Ring, Arcane Signet. Another artifact that's just in the deck is another spacecraft with Exploration Broodship. You have 2 enchantments in the form of Boseiju, who reaches skyward, and Binding the Old Gods for removal. We have 1 card draw with Nice Whisper, and a bunch of ramp because this is a land sacrifice deck. We have Farseek, Nature's Lore, Cultivate, Roiling Regrowth, Harrow, Splendid Reclamation, Skyshroud Claim, Escape to the Wilds, and Worldseed's Rage doubles as land retrieval from hand or graveyard onto the battlefield, but also some removal. Speaking of removal, let's move there next. We've got Rakdos Charm, Tear Asunder, Broken Bond, which also serves as being able to play an extra land, Infernal Grasp, Beast Within, Putrefy, Windgrace's Judgment, Gaze of Granite, because in this deck I have had extra mana because of not having the land sacrifice engine on board. So Gaze of Granite actually worked really well as a board wipe. We also have Pest Infestation, Blasphemous Act, and Planetary Annihilation. You could call this mass land destruction. I have not been able to yet play it, so I don't know exactly how it plays out. Check back later. Tune in later, kids. Some creatures, in order to get this theme off, we've got Groundskeeper, Sprouting Goblin, Jury Master of the Review, Aftermath Analyst, Satyr Wayfinder, Braids Arisen Nightmare to make sure we get those triggers each time, Augur of Autumn for extra land drops, Scouring Swarm, Tireless Tracker, Loamcrafter Fawn, Mayhem Devil, Spring Bloom Druid, Urg, Spawn of Turg, the Brush Razor, Horizon Explorer, which is great. I love the Horizon Explorer. I almost stole this to put this into my landfall deck because there are some tapped lands that are in that. We have Formless Genesis, Baloth Prime, to get those triggers, Centaur Vine Crasher, Eumidian Wastewalker. We've got Soul of Windgrace, Oracle of Moldiah, God Eternal Bontu. We've got Mazarek, Kroll Death Priest, Korvold, Fey Cursed King, the Gitrog Monster. We have the other commander that came with this commander deck, and Sazrael Genesis Shepherd, a 5-mana, 2/5 flying land. I can play lands from my graveyard. Whenever I sacrifice another non-token permanent during my turn, put a number of 1/1 counters equal to his power onto one other target creature. You have Titania, Protector of Argoth, Multani Yamava's Avatar, Morag, Fury of Akum, Rampaging Balos, and lastly, of course, there had to be an Omnath in there. Let's take a look at our non-basic lands, which there are many, to get the sacrifice theme going. The first section here is just all of my land tutors. We've got Riveter's Outlook, Fable Passage, Escape Tunnel, Cabretti Courtyard, Evolving Wilds, Mountain Valley, Myriad Landscape, Rocky Tar Pit, Terramorphic Expanse, Maestro's Theater. Now we get into our dual lands and our multicolor lands. We have Vernal Fen, Iridescent Bog, Festering Thicket, Twilight Mire, Llanowar Waste, Cinderglade, Carplucent Forest, Sheltered Thicket, Canyon Slog, Smoldering Marsh, Sulphurous Springs, Command Tower, and lastly some monocolored utility lands with Darkmoor Salvage, Bajuka Bog, and Numidian Hatchery. Like I said, this deck has not done well so far. I will play it a few more times before I decide whether to wholesale it off to this other deck that I've got sitting right here. But that's half the fun of Commander, right? Is brewing deck ideas, playing them, seeing if they work or not. Either we tinker with the decks, or we just botch them and try something new. Anyways, this has been Stewie MTG. Let me know what you think. If you have this deck, make your suggestions below. We'll catch y'all later.